This is Savannah Shield, and I will be doing my career presentation on registered nurses for Class ACA 112W2. I chose the career as a registered nurse because it's been a lifelong dream of mine. I enjoy helping people and enjoy the satisfaction of making a difference. The financial stability is also big because RNs do make a considerable amount of money per year. I'm fascinated with the medical field, and I enjoy how you can always learn something new and something changes, and there's always a better way to do something. It is a growing job and a job that's not going anywhere. There will always be nurses, and they'll always need nurses to care for other people. And it's also a job that's fairly easy to move with, since my family in particular moves quite often. Florence Nightingale, named after the city she was born in, says that she was called on by God to help people around her. She was the pioneer of today's nurses in the nursing world. She believed nursing was more than giving medicine. It was also about emotionally and physically taking care of not just the patient, but also their family. The first nursing board was funded in 1978, the National Council of State Boards of Nursing. It was also known as ANA, or American Nurses Association. They were also the first to administer a standard computerized test in 1994. The average salary in 2012 for an RN was $65,470, which is a little over $31 per hour. California is the highest paying state in the U.S. for RNs. They pay around $35.12 per hour, or approximately $75,000 annually. North Dakota is the least paying, only paying around $17.60 per hour, or $51,640 annually. Statistically, RNs is expected to grow 19% from 2012 to 2022, which is much higher than most jobs. For every 10% of BSNs, or someone with a bachelor's in nursing, makes the risk of death by treatable and preventable incidents or disease decrease by 4%. RNs make up one of the largest top-paid forces. There is around 4 RNs to every 1 physician, and approximately 2% of people with an associate's or higher in nursing is unemployed. There was over 2 million RNs in the U.S. alone in 2012, and the number's still growing. RNs work up to 40 hours per week. They work in 8 to 12-hour shifts, usually 3 days per week in the hospital. They work day and night and don't receive holidays or weekends off. Clinical hours are slightly different. They usually work 8-hour shifts 5 days per week and receive weekends and holidays off like a regular doctor's office. You will most likely come into contact with the nurse more than you will your actual physician. RNs are responsible for things like administering medicine, monitoring patients, coming up and carrying out a care plan and discharge planning, and also educating the patient and the family. Education at RCC requires about 2 hours to acquire your associates in nursing, or 76 credit hours. You must have a C or better in every class to stay in the program, and complete classes like your general courses, which are listed, and your major courses, which are your health classes and anatomy and physiology, and a couple of psychology classes. Once you finish this and your clinical hours, you will then be allowed to take the NCLEX RN and hopefully pass and obtain your license to start working as an RN. Once you obtain your associates, a wide span of opportunities open. You can also go back to school to get your bachelor's or master's in nursing. There's also many bridge programs offered to obtain, which makes it quicker, and also job training and learning on the job is a great way to gain more experience. There's over 104 areas you can specialize in, like pediatrics, emergency, women's health, and even working with the military. My ultimate goal is to become a physician's assistant. I have a passion for working with children. As a mother myself, I would like for children to receive the best quality care that they possibly can. For this, you need a master's, and you need to specialize in pediatric medicine through the NCCPA. You also would have to pass the physician's assistant certified examination. Physician's assistant in pediatrics is expected to grow 38%, and the salary is around $97,000 per year. And the easiest place to obtain or to work as a pediatrics physician is in rural areas, but there's a cap since you'll always have to work under a physician. These are all my works cited. Thank you for viewing.